Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know that we had a ginormous merch drop. There's a bunch of new items on the site, including embroidered windbreakers. There's only 3 colors available in this, but these things are gonna be dope. It's starting to get cold outside, so we got the hoodies back, man. These come in 13 different colors. Now it's not only just black, and there's even pink. Wait for it. Wait for it. Dude, guess what we've got? Joggers, man! Freaking joggers! And they also come in a bunch of different colors. Mix and match. Make complete freaking Deadbeat merch outfits, man. What's up? What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. So we ended up picking a new blazer up for, well, new to us blazer. If you guys follow the Out of the Garage channel, you're already aware of that because I made an entire video going and picking it up. But I have not shown it on Deadbeat Garage quite yet. And I really want to, mainly for the reason that there's a lot of things that I want to do to this blazer because it is a 4-wheel drive. The main focus for this vehicle is for the Out of the Garage channel. I mean, of course, it's not just for the YouTube channel. It's our personal vehicle, and it's in really great shape. It runs good. I want to keep it that way. The family that I got this thing from, they had it for a really long time, and you know, they let their kids drive it and yada yada. It was kept in the family for many years, and I picked this up out in Flagstaff area. And kind of the point of this video is a starting point for me, even so that I can look back and see exactly how the blazer was when I first got it, because I do plan on changing this thing quite a bit, not drastically, but I do want to put a small lift on it. I do want to eventually put a little bit more of an aggressive tire on it. I would like to do things like a roof rack, exterior lighting, maybe onboard air if I need it. I mean, they have so many portable air pumps and stuff you can carry nowadays. I don't know if it makes sense to even have onboard air, but of course I would also like to put possibly a locker in the front and back and stuff like that, just to make this thing a little bit more capable off-roading, because like I said, I want to be able to use this thing for the Out of the Garage channel for doing off-roading type stuff, camping, whenever we go out fishing and everything, to be able to reach some of the areas that I can't necessarily go to in the Silverado or even in the Suburban, man, because the Suburban isn't 4-wheel drive. As you guys know, the Suburban's a much bigger vehicle. Anyhow, I'm just gonna get into this thing really quick and just show you guys, for the most part, the ins and outs of it and exactly what it looks like right now as I received it. And we're gonna start off with the heart and soul, man. Yeah, this is a completely bone stock 4.3 liter V6 that comes in these things. This isn't my first blazer. I've actually had, I think this is this is the third one that I've had in this body style. I've actually had a lot more first generation blazers than I have had second gen. Like the one we put the 5.3 in, I've had like, I want to say 4 or 5 of those through my lifetime, and only one K5. Anyhow, my point is I've had a lot of experience with this engine, and honestly, I probably still have a whole lot of parts under lifetime warranty at AutoZone. But yeah, dude, the engine, it's not nearly as powerful as having like a 5.3 LS or something in it, but it doesn't need to be, you know? This thing feels amazing. For the most part, the only thing I want to do underneath here is degrease it, and I want to get it all cleaned up, and of course do all the general maintenance and stuff. I'll also need to replace the battery at some point. Right now, for me, it's doing fine. People, the previous owners, mentioned to me that the battery seems kind of weak sometimes, but they also just let this thing sit for long periods of time because their kids have all gone older and their kids all have brand new vehicles, and this thing is just kind of just sitting there doing nothing. That's the reason why they decided to go ahead and sell it. I was in conversations with the daughter, who absolutely loved this thing. I met with the man, the father, and the mother of this family, and the mom was almost in tears selling it, man. But it was a really big piece of their family's history for the most part, and they loved this thing, and you could tell because they took pretty damn good care of it. It does have tree sap all over it because we did get it from Flagstaff, where they have a whole lot of really big pine trees out there. This is a 99 99. If any of you guys are like hardcore S10 enthusiasts, then you guys probably know the difference from 99 even to 98. This right here is actually a fog light, where if you go to the 98 year, this blinker goes all the way through. The 99 year is the year that got this double stacked side view mirror, so meaning it's got this piece and this piece here, where 98 it only had this that came out and went straight up. It didn't have this big bulky area right here. All of my other ones that I had in this body style, I'd always see those mirrors and the little fog lights on the front and think to myself like, man, I wish my Blazer had those. But yeah, it is for the newer model years, in which this one is. And of course it's got their stickers on it still. We're actually going to be taking these off today, but again, this is just one of those things that I want to get on video so that I can look back and just see exactly what the old Blazer looked like whenever I got it. And I guess this thing had the nickname from their kids. I don't know why, but they called it the boom box. It does have a stereo in it. It doesn't have subwoofers or nothing. Anyhow, I really don't know why they called it the boom box, but I was kind of thinking about maybe just continuing that on and naming this thing the boom box. Maybe we need to put a subwoofer in it. Anyhow, there's a Spider-Man sticker up here and just some residue left from a sticker that was once there. Coming over here, there's another Spider-Man sticker, and I'm not sure exactly what that is. It looks like it's a pine tree with roots, obviously. I don't know if that's like a logo for something, but yeah, that's on there. And then a NAU medallion, NAU Lumberjacks. I think it's the daughter within this family that went to NAU. Who knows, maybe more than one of their kids. I don't know the entire backstory, of course, but I do believe that they did say that their daughter went to NAU. That's another thing that, it's one of those things that maybe I should just leave it on there, let it live on with the Blazer. But I don't know, I'm probably gonna take it off because I'm one of those people that can't stand a lot of stickers just all over the place. I do need to put my own sticker on here, of course. I don't know, I'm not one for a bunch of random stickers like this all over the place. It's cool to see like this thing's history and kind of document it. But you know what's really crazy is, if you guys remember whenever I got my first gen Blazer that's out front, there she is. Yeah, when I first got this thing, this emblem was actually stuck on the tailgate back here. You can kind of still see, even though I painted the whole thing, you can kind of still see the area where this thing sat. Because yeah, I don't know, there was some buildup there or whatever whenever I sanded, because as you guys know, I didn't do like a great job sanding this because the idea was for it to have this rustic look. But anyhow, this Transformers emblem was right there on the tailgate of the Blazer. I actually have some tape on the back of it, so it'll stay there for a second. Right there, that's where it was. I took that off. Oh crap, now I got residue. Anyhow, I took that off because like I said, I think it was cool. I like Transformers, you know, but I didn't want it on the tailgate of my Blazer. I kept it. It's sitting on top of my toolbox, but it's just, I don't know, it's ironic to me, bro, that I got this Blazer and look, there's a damn Transformers emblem right there. As a matter of fact, is that the Transformers or is that the Decepticon? I should probably look that up. You guys put it in the comments. I'll have to look it up. I'm trying to get an angle where you guys can actually see the face on it. There you go, you can kind of see it. Is that Transformers or Decepticons? I'll have to look it up and figure it out. But I just thought it was ironic that there was an emblem on this Blazer as well. Another thing that's probably gonna come off. And the body does have some dents on it in some places. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a wrinkle there. There's a dent right here. There's one right here by the Decepticon, whatever it is. I even noticed that there's one right there. And there's probably more that I haven't even seen yet, you know, door dings and whatever, but for the most part the body's in really good shape. You know, there's some little ripples and whatnot. A big old scratch right there, but you know, it's not perfect. It's definitely what, like it's a 26-year-old vehicle at this point. Dang, it's only 26. Wish I was 26 again. But yeah, like I said, I want to use this for off-roading and going through trails and whatnot, so it's gonna get a lot of Arizona pinstriping and whatnot all over it, of course. As for the interior on this thing, also in really great shape, man. There's some little stuff like the grill right here is a little broken. That's probably the worst thing inside of this interior. There's no rips or tears or cigarette burns, thankfully. There's really not a whole lot of staining to the carpet either. Like I said, this family had it for a really long time and they took care of it, dude, and I appreciate that. The seat is a little, like the padding is a little worn out, so it's kind of flat, you know. Other than that, dude, I'm gonna go ahead and shut these doors and try to show you guys from the other side. The sun's so bright out here, I was hoping you'd be able to see a little bit better out here than up there, but you know. Anyhow, yeah, dude, all the door panels, other than aside from that one, really freaking clean, dude. The seats are really clean, dude. I can't tell you enough how much it is that I love how well these people took care of this thing. The headliner, there's no rips or tears or stains in the headliner, and it's got that whole centerpiece right there, which is really cool. Yeah, electric seats. Oh, electric lumbar, I guess I should say. both front seats have electric lumbar. That seat's all electric, this one isn't. But yeah, dude, look at this, buddy. Oh shoot, 1999 Chevy Blazer and four-wheel drive. Yeah, this is the first second gen that I've ever had four-wheel drive. Anyhow, I got a bunch of stuff to do maintenance on this thing because I do feel like it could probably use a good maintenance. So that way I could start my own record keeping of maintenance on it, and I know when the last time that all this stuff was done. Alright, so we got a case of oil, so we can do an oil change on it, and a Wix filter, and spark plugs. So we got spark plug wires, spark plugs, the cap, and the rotor. And yes, absolutely yes. If you notice, I got AC Delco plugs and auto parts store brand replacement maintenance parts and prime series oil. This stuff right here is from Sam's Club. All this is, you know, kind of on the cheaper side. You know, I've noticed the thing on YouTube, commenters always try to come across as if whenever they go to buy things like this for their vehicles, they buy the absolute most expensive top tier stuff, and I'm just a freaking idiot for buying the cheap stuff, when we all know damn well that you guys aren't buying that expensive stuff every single time. Dude, for one, the AC Delco spark plugs, I really wanted to get NGKs. We went to O'Reilly's, and then I went to Speedway because honestly, last time I bought plugs from Speedway, it was like $20 for a set of 8 for the Blazer, and they were NGKs. I'm like, dude, what, is Speedway just cheaper? But they didn't have any that would fit the Blazer there, so unfortunately. Then we went to Napa. Napa didn't have them, well, the NGKs, and then we went back to AutoZone and got a set of AC Delcos, because as bad as I was trying to get a set of NGKs, they wanted anywhere from like $19 to like $23 each for them, where these ones were $12 a piece. And the AC Delco Iridium plugs are the recommended OEM replacement. So I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna run the AC Delco, bro. It is what it is. And yeah, and I've definitely been buying my oil from Sam's Club lately. This Prime series, last time I got 2 cases of this, and I was able to do an oil change on all of my vehicles. And how much is this for a case, babe? 37 this time. 37? Yeah, this thing is $37 for this case right here, and it is 12 quarts. That is a lot of oil for a very damn good price. So that's what it is I got. Look at all that, baby. Look at all that. Get the pulling lug nuts, baby. Oh, hell yes. This thing's got rear disc brakes. Dude, that is actually really sick, because they don't all come with rear disc. I'm stoked about that. Shoo.
What the fuck? There's a cap on here.
There's only missing one.
Place your face down.
See what? Oh yeah, it's got an oil leak of some kind.
Over there, the whole freaking pan.
You know, I don't know if it's gonna be the front main or
the rear main.
No, it's not dripping from where the rear main would be. Hell, honestly, it could be a freaking valve cover. For all I know, I'm gonna have to look at it. I'm gonna have to look at it, babe.
Are you gonna have to peep on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to peep on it for sure. Yeah, you see these bushings in here?
Oh yeah.
The upper control arm bushings.
Oh, yeah. Normally you replace those with polyurethane ones.
Yeah, well, the lift kit that I was looking at actually comes with new upper control arms, so that would be ideal. So I'm gonna try to hold off on that for the time being.
Yeah.
The new upper control arm will come with a ball joint. I don't know if it comes with lowers or what.
I mean, overall, it's not rusted down here too much.
What the hell, the whole frame's rust, lady. No, it doesn't. It looks pretty standard, man. But I am really stoked that it has rear discs. Oh,
A spare tire, full size.
yeah. And look, we might need to do brakes back here. It's got some lines in it.
A little
But
bit.
oh no, Flagstaff spider web. Anyhow, I was trying to not do this, but I know how much some people just love to complain about me pulling the pressure washer out. But this thing needs a good pressure washing, you know? I just got the thing. You know, we got to get rid of all the road grime inside of here, even though, because I got to put my own road grime. I would like to clean all this stuff up, get a good, nice base to start with. Look, it's got Rancho shocks. That's pretty cool. They're definitely pretty old. I will say, when driving this thing, that's the one thing that I have noticed. It's got kind of an unequal bounce to it a little bit, you know? Like you go over bumps or something, it seems like it does a little bit of a side to side instead of a front to back, which tells me either one or a combination of two or whatever shocks could possibly be blown. We'll have to get a new set. Though again, the lift kit comes with all that. Yeah, the lift kit's gonna come with new shocks, gonna come with new upper control arms and new bushings and new ball joints and all that kind of stuff. So that's the reason why I'm trying to just hold off on doing all that right now until we see what's all gonna be involved with the lift kit. Anyhow, for the time being, yes, we are gonna bust the pressure washer out. Dude, I'm seriously stoked that this thing has rear discs. That is awesome. Anyhow, it's good old super clean time. All right, first things first, we're gonna go ahead and grab all these plates off the bottom here so that I can access everything, I can see everything. Plus, these things are gonna need to be cleaned. They are very saturated in oil. Whatever this is that's leaking, it's not leaking like really bad. I'm gonna put that out there, but it is leaking, so I do want to fix it, but it's really hard to see where it's coming from with all this stuff underneath here. So I want to remove these and I want to get it all cleaned up so that I can see where the new oil is forming from the leak, you know? I am not excited to see how bad this is underneath here though, because dude, just taking that bolt out is slung oil. My goodness. Well, that's good though, right? It protects it from rust. What in the hell is that? Oh, that's the oil filter. Yeah, it looks like I was gonna have to take this off anyhow. Well, there is an access door on it. Not as bad underneath here as I thought it was gonna be. I'm actually really surprised that's where the oil filter is though. I think I need to get a stronger plate because that thing's not steel. It's like fiberglass. Freaking Torx, man. I need to improve on my ability to take out Torx bolts here around these parts. Yeah, see? That don't fit it, and the next one after that is broken. Bro, what in the hell? Ooh, I think that's it. Yeah, it looks to me like it's gonna be the oil pan. She gonna need an oil pan gasket for sure. Ow-bee! That does not look fun. So, that's another thing. To do the oil pan, it looks like I'm gonna have to drop the front differential, in which the lift kit, you have to drop the front differential because it actually spaces the diff down. So that will be another thing I'll add to the list. While I have it torn apart, I'll need to do the oil pan gasket. Cause yeah, that's been leaking for a minute, dude. It's all caked up all over the transmission, but the transmission side is dry, but it's just caked up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. All right, we've got the stuff out of the way. Time to clean it. This is about to get really bad. I was not expecting to do this, but this is something that needs to be done for sure. Absolutely for sure. Because I don't like my vehicles being disgusting like this to where you can't even work on like do an oil change without getting all filthy. It's terrible. The super mean, super clean, baby. I have yet to have even tried this thing yet. Shoo! Hell yeah! Give that a shot. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just way too weak. So whenever you take, you know, the 3,500 PSI that's coming out of that pressure washer, and you have 4 nozzles, it's gotta divide it by 4, you know? So it comes out really weak. It's just rinsing, it's not pressure washing. Oh well. Holy Holy crap, dude, I found some spots underneath there. Anyhow, I am completely speckled. I almost want to say that this blazer is worse than what the cat eye was. And the cat eye was pretty bad, bro. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and do I already did the front wheel wells. I was gonna show you guys really quick before of the rear wheel wells. I think this is gonna make a big difference. That's probably all gonna turn to white. I'm sure you can probably see this side a lot better because of the sun. But yeah, I think a lot of that's probably gonna turn white. I'm not sure, we'll see. I gotta soak all this in some lean, mean, super clean. Yes, sir. It's got disc brakes. All right, got everything underneath and all the wheel wells done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this engine bay. I'm just gonna get through this and get it done. That way it's clean before I go and start trying to work on it. And it helps cool it down because I just drove it all day, you know? I am gonna go ahead and put a bag over the alternator. The only other thing underneath here that I would try to cover is probably the cap and rotor, but we're about to put brand new ones on. It's gonna be fine. I have to give myself a clip to play back, you know, like 3 or 4 times, if just in case it's not fine. I gotta go back and play that clip back. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
With the gray, dark gray and white background.
Yeah, yep. Baby knows it. Okay, where's the super clean? You can get it at AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Walmart, you know. Probably on Amazon too. Best degreaser in the world! To me, it's literally the only degreaser.
You taking that in the shower?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, I think there was a mouse living in there. Wow. Oh, it's still in here. Gotcha. I was trying to get baby. She wasn't fooled. Look at that. Would you just look at that? Would you look at that? It's gotta be from a mouse, right? Right? I don't know. Maybe a chipmunk picked up more. I'm trying to hurry. I know I'm not supposed to keep the pressure washer running this long without using it. Anyhow, the intake kind of hides a whole lot of this side of the engine where I also want to kind of pressure wash and degrease, you know, so I figured I'd pull that off and pull the entire intake off all the way up to that throttle body. Now I'm wrapping the throttle body. We're gonna put a rubber band around that grocery bag so hopefully it doesn't come off. It'll be fine, right? I don't even know where I got that from. Where did I get that? I know there's another YouTuber that does that. Who is it? Put it in the comments down below. Oh, it's the guy on Instagram. Like, he does project. He's like, today we're gonna be cleaning the engine bay of this Blazer, and it's easy. I think that's where I got that from. You see, the problem with pressure washing is I get a little carried away, man. I end up spinning all day on it. And now literally the entire Blazer is filthy, but everything you can't see is clean. And I haven't even started on any of the maintenance. But I did get all the wheels and everything all put back on. Pressure washing for now is done. But I am gonna leave it on the quick jacks. Whenever I go to change the oil, I can just lift it up really quick. So I'll just leave it like that. So the Blazer's back up and the wheels are back off because I quickly realized that the spark plugs are a lot easier to access through the wheel well. So I popped this wire off. There's spark plug 1. I mean, not referencing the cylinder, but there's 3 on this side. So spark plug 2. And then over here is spark plug 3 that you can't really see because my flashlight is over there and not over here. Yeah, dude, freaking sick. I was actually worried that these are gonna be hard to get to, but all right there. Hoping that the only spark plug socket I have is the right size. Very nice. Of course, I didn't bring a ratchet with me. Double, 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 WD. Yowza. 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 Excuse me there, flashlight. You are in my way. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Ha ha ha! And it's an AC Delco. Look at that. So I'm gonna try to do the individual spark plugs as I'm doing this, or spark plug wires as I do the spark plugs, so that I hopefully don't get the firing order mixed up in any kind of way, and try to keep the spark plugs routed in a fashion to where they're not going to get burned. But I'm sitting here trying to get that thing disconnected, and then it looked like it was like a factory clamp that's holding those wires. That's 2 spark plug wires right there. But under further observation, I realized that that's actually a zip tie going around a broken factory clamp, but they just did it so neatly that it looks like a factory clamp. So I gotta get in there and cut that. I'm gonna have to put another zip tie on there, but just little things like that, dude, that you can tell that the people who own this actually gave a crap, you know? Obviously they didn't want the spark plug wires to get burnt. I don't know, I've definitely gotten some vehicles that stuff like that is just you're like pulling spark plug wires off the header, it's all melted on there. All right, there's spark plug wire number 1. I feel like these aftermarket companies always like feel a little nervous, and they decide to make the spark plug wires slightly longer than what they're supposed to be, because they're always just slightly longer, you know. But yeah, these look like they've been on there for a long time. My goodness. It's the next day. Got all the spark plugs and wires done last night. Now I'm moving on to the cap and rotor. It looks like the rotor is just going to have 2 screws in it, and the cap is also just going to have 2 screws in it. So go ahead and get the old ones off and pop the new ones on really quick. Out with the old and in with the new. Spark plugs, wires, cap and rotor is finished, and I really just want to show you guys how clean this routed. So the spark plug wires come down, and the only thing that they're draping across is that wiring harness there, and then it goes into a factory tie down, and then all the factory tie downs are all there, dude. So literally all the spark plug wires are like levitating off of everything, and they're not touching nothing. So I think that's just a little added security, you know, because like I said, I want to use this thing for going out to the middle of nowhere, man, and it would suck to, you know, just be chugging along and all of a sudden you get a misfire because one of your spark plug wires is melted to your exhaust manifold. So yeah, on both sides they're really well tied down, and if the factory hold down is broken, it's got a zip tie going around it and holding them really well. Anyhow, now the only thing that we have left to do is an oil change, and then we can get this filter over here cleaned out. Good Lord, buddy, I should have got a new filter. I did not, but for the time being I am going to use my compressor and blow this thing out really good. But yeah, we got to get that all put back together, but then we'll be able to get this thing off the quick jacks. Give that guy a good old snug, just a little oomph in it. There we go. So the oil filter, I think I showed you guys earlier in the video, but I don't know if I actually showed it to you, but this is the oil filter. It's way up here in the front. It's kind of a scary place for it to be, especially for something I plan on doing like off-roading and stuff in, because this is like directly in the approach angle, you know. But it does have a plate that goes over it. It's just that plate is what seems to be like fiberglass, bro. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into whether they make a steel plate that you can replace that with and put up here, just to make sure that if I ever, you know, are trying to go up something that's a little steep, or maybe even try to go up something and fall off, a rock doesn't push up in here and freaking puncture into the oil filter, because that would suck. Or even one of the lines or anything, you know. But anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get that off of there and swapped out. That's another thing that kind of sucks, is the drain is way back here and then the filter is way up here, so you can't do them both at the same time unless you have two drain pans. Good old Wix, baby. Number 51036 is gonna be for our 4.3 liter second generation S10 Blazer. So for all you people who say that you gotta pre-fill your filter, how exactly do you do that with a horizontally mounted filter? How do you do that? Holy shit! Wow, dude! I can get my hands all the way around that, and I can't get it loose. That's crazy. The entire housing is twisting before the oil filter will even come off. What the hell? See if one of our oil filter wrenches here get on there. That got it. That got her. There was never a doubt. Ah, I missed. Crap. Oh my god. This thing had an AMSOIL filter. Huh. That sounds expensive. Anyhow, for the sake of satisfying some viewers, I am going to go ahead and pre-fill this filter. Because, I mean, while I have the drain pan here, I'll be able to still screw it on while it's trying to leak out all over the place. Oh, where did I put my paper towel? Oh, this is going to be a mess. I'm going to use some of the sea foam and just a paper towel, get a little wet to wipe the inside of this throttle body out, because it's got a lot of like build up on it, you know what I mean? We're going to clean the intake really good. Dude, I think that this thing would probably benefit quite a bit to just removing the entire intake manifold and cleaning everything internally really well and then putting it back together. But that'll be a project for another day, not today. Oh yeah, that took a lot more effort than what I thought it was going to, man, but I got it as cleaned up as I'm gonna be able to. There's still some little stuff kind of right up against the edge of the throttle body where the blade hinges at, and I can't really get that loose. But yeah, dude, definitely future plans is to tear this entire intake off and get the whole inside of that all cleaned up, man. I think it could definitely use it. Alright, got this filter cleaned out the best that I can. There's no more dust or particles or anything that'll come off of this. I hit it with very high pressure air, you know what I mean? Though I do need to get a new one. But I did get the intake box all cleaned up, so it is very clean inside and out. I'm actually really excited to see if this oil change and plugs and wires and cleaning this damn intake box is going to make the Blazer feel a little bit more peppy. I don't know. But luckily the inside of this area was already pretty clean. The filter was actually doing its job. I avoided getting it wet or anything inside of here because I don't want to mess up that sensor. I don't want to cross those problems right now. Anyhow, it's all clean. I got to put it all back together now. Dude, this thing sounds really good. The throttle response, I guess I didn't really pay attention to it too much like before everything, because it drove fine. It does not seem like it has a whole lot of power, but then again, I've been so used to driving like the Suburban and the Cat Eye and things with a V8 in it, which of course has a little bit more torque and whatnot. I'm just like, dang, I'm back in a 4.3, baby. But yeah, dude, that throttle response is like, I don't know, it sounds good to me. And it feels good knowing that we did an oil change on it. It's got fresh oil and a fresh filter, and it's not knocking. Dude, there has to be a little thought in the back of somebody else's mind other than just mine. Whenever you buy a vehicle, that you're gonna do the first oil change, it's gonna instantly have just this horrible knock. And they had like a whole bunch of that really thick stuff. I forget what it's called, the engine treatment, that like oil that is like thick like honey, bro, and it like bloops out, you know. You could put that stuff inside of an engine and hide a knocking sound. So that thought is always kind of in the back of my mind, buying a used vehicle. But at the same time, like I said, the people that I bought this from, they seemed very trustworthy. And I spent quite a bit of time hanging out with them inside of the DMV to get the title and all that. But anyhow, guys, I need to clean up my mess. I would like to spray the Blazer off also. And then we're gonna hit the road because I want to go swap the wheels out on this thing. All right, I just gave it a couple of revs and you see the smoke coming up. How much you want to bet? Probably valve cover gaskets. Those are pretty notorious on, well, they're pretty notorious on every vehicle. I gotta go turn my compressor off. And yes, I still got my factory wheels, man. You see, that's how it happens. That's why I have so many damn wheels in the corner in the backyard. But anyhow, there it is. What do you guys think with the new steel wheels? These used to be on the Blazer. These wheels actually came on my truck when I first got it. I just figured it would give it a little bit more of a tougher look, you know what I mean? I don't know if these are the wheels I'm gonna keep on there, but I kept the tires. These are the same tires that it came on. These are actually Toyo open country all-terrain, so it's got a decent tire on it already. Definitely gave it a little bit more of an aggressive look. I do want to do a small lift on this thing. Like I've been saying, I want to lift it a little bit, and whenever we do so, we'll probably put a slightly bigger tire. But for the time being, I think this thing is ready for its first adventure, baby. Anyhow, guys, there's only one thing left that I need to do to this. And that is take it over to Ralph and have him fill the air conditioning up, because the air conditioning works great in here, but it's not getting as cold as I would like it to. So we're gonna take it down there and have him test it and see if there's any leaks, of course, and fill it up. I think it probably just needs to be filled up because it definitely works. If it had a leak, I would assume that it would have all leaked out by now, but this thing has just been sitting for a long time. The same as our Cat Eye was. The Cat Eye's AC didn't work at all, and the truck just sat for 7 years. We went and filled it up, and it works amazing. Didn't replace a single seal. So I think the stuff just goes bad while it's compressed in there, and I don't know, but I'm gonna get it vacuumed out and get it filled up and topped off, and I guarantee this AC is gonna work 10 times better than what it already does. But that's pretty much it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's our new Blazer. I'm definitely excited to do small things to it, but for the most part, we want to keep this thing factory for the most part, but we just want to do little things, right, baby? I'm actually excited about this because this is going to be one of those vehicles. I know, I'm going to end the video like 3 times. But this is gonna be one of those videos that we get to do stuff to it to make it more reliable. You know what I'm saying? Where most of the vehicles we end up lowering them and doing like performance mods or stuff like that. This, I want to do everything that I can to just make it more reliable. You know, aside from doing a small lift on it, that's not going to add to reliability, but it's just going to make it a little bit more capable in off-road and off-road environments, you know. So, but aside from that, I just want to do like an upgraded radiator and all that kind of stuff, man. And we'll get into that in the future videos. But anyhow, put it in the comments down below what you guys think of the new 2nd gen S10 Blazer. And it's a 4-door and it's 4-wheel drive. Ooh. This thing is sick.
And it's white.
And it's white. I've had this thing with white vehicles now. They're just clean, dude. It's so, they're fresh, you know. The Suburban's white, the Cat Eye's white, our Blazer is white.
S10's white, Colorado's white.
Oh, Braven's Colorado is white, and my truck is white. Eventually, I'm just gonna have nothing but white cars. Hell, maybe we have to tear a khaki down and paint it white.
Oh my!
I'm just kidding. Later.
And 'tis the season! It's that time of year again! Spooky time is upon us, and of course, we have our new Halloween release! You're gonna have to go to deadbeatgarage.com to see all the designs. There's way too many for me to show you here. Link is in the description down below.